Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
Was it too soon?
A little bit soon.
Damn. Let me try it again. Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And you're the host, Justin.
And that's what I get for typing while talking.
While talking, yes. But it's fine. A little bit of a hiccup, but we managed just fine.
Yeah, I had to get the Instagram post out so that you guys...
Fucking camera froze!
Oh my god.
The camera froze. Hang on. I'm fixing it.
Technology. I understand why people are scared of it.
Yeah. I mean, I can...
Hopefully you'll have visual OS in a second.
Yep. I will get it up and running. Give me 2 seconds. Go ahead though. Give the pre-roll.
Yeah, so for the pre-roll, you guys will be able to see it once we get things working here. But for now, you can see it on the side of the screen over there near Justin. It's Geek Grind Coffee. If you want to check them out, they've got all kinds of great flavors. They've got sample packs, 2 different ones. And they've got a few things on in those sample packs also you might want to check out. They've got teas as well. If you want to support the show or support them, all you have to do is grab the link in our bio and then support yourself by using the code JUSTH20. That's JUSTH20 for 20% off your order.
First order. But yeah.
Oh, first order.
Well, but as I've always said in the past, anytime you hop in there, they usually have another coupon that's up at the very top banner. This one is once again another 20% off. So use our code first.
And if you have already used codes, but you still want to support the show, just use the link. We get support for that as well.
That is correct. And everything's working 100% now.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for the scratchy voice. I did some yelling over the weekend, and now I sound like I was throat punched. It's been 3 days. I was hoping it was going to be fixed.
Today we got Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros.
Quincy got something weird. I got something very interesting. I've had Aftershock lemonade before, but today I was like, I could use a little energy drink, so they have something called the Blue Rebel, which is their homemade version of an energy drink, and I got it in an Aftershock. So it tastes similar to the lemonade. The lemonade has a little bit more bitterness, but this has just the full flavors of all their weird little sugar additives.
Syrups.
Oh god. Yeah, and it's Aftershock. It tastes good without that nice kick of lemonade. Their Blue Rebel, you can taste it. It's very similar to, there was a watermelon energy drink that has this very pungent kick to the background. Not like that in any way, shape, or form, because you got something similar.
Yeah.
But no, it has like this like mellow coolness to it. I could drink that any day of the week.
I tried it. It's not bad. Now, I got the Watermelon Rebel. It's supposed to come with a soft top, and I said no, because I don't want a soft top. I just want a cool energy drink tea type thing, I guess. Then, I don't know. It came out weird. So, they used Red Bull as one of their energy drinks, I think.
Oh, that can make some sense.
And I like Red Bull. It's actually the only energy drink I'll drink, and I drink like 2 a year. But there's something about this, and now that it's melted down a little bit, it's not as strong. But at first, it almost had an alcohol taste to it. I really didn't like. Now that it's melted down a little bit, that's not there. So I'm wondering if blending it like yours
might have made it better.
Yeah, it takes the edge off of whatever the energy portion is, which I think is Red Bull.
Adding Red Bull Pump, because it's something that already has a lot of debasive sugars, and then you add in the flavor sugars, and it could come out bad.
I'm still getting that slight alcohol taste on the end, but it's not like it was before, where it was like kicking you in the face. Yeah,
I'm super curious about why it tastes like alcohol, but I'm hoping that when
you tried it, it tastes like alcohol, right?
It did, yes.
Yeah, and not like a flavorful alcohol, just like the alcohol portion of alcohol.
Yes. Just something that doesn't have a good overall flavor.
Yeah. I'll try it again. The thing with Dutch Bros is there's like a billion different ways to order everything. Yeah. So I'll try it again with the soft top, and then one of these times I'll try it blended, and then one of these times I'll try it blended with the soft top. So we'll run through all of it. He's scrolling through some Geek Grind stuff for you guys now if you want to just look at it and just bask in its glorious beauty. And check out the fact that they have a deal with Pathfinder, and they have a deal with Valiant Comics as well. The Valiant comic is Shadow Man. And then a Jim Henson deal for the Jareth's roast for Jim Henson's The Labyrinth.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to warn you guys now.
Wait, would you say this is like hand sanitizer?
It's not that alcoholic.
Okay. Not that alcoholic.
No.
Okay.
We're going to warn you now. This is a spoiler cast. You will be spoiled.
Yes.
Wait.
Spoilered.
I have no money. You will not be spoiled. We watched the new Mortal Kombat, so we're talking about that.
And we gave you guys one extra week to catch up on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
And the Falcon and the Winter Soldier one, we're going to break down a lot of stuff.
Oh, yes. So the first one will be the first thing we watched last week, which was god awful.
You didn't love this movie?
No.
No? Not even a little bit?
No. Also, come to find out, I was incorrect. Oh no. Main character.
Jin?
Jin, thank you.
Okay.
Is actually Kazuya's kid.
Okay,
I thought they were brothers just because of the way they looked in the games and the way they have their rivalry.
Mhm.
It's another father-son rivalry. Okay, that's the only thing. That is the only fucking thing they got correct.
Okay.
Like Nina Williams and her sister, I don't even remember her sister's name because Anna. Both of them are supposed to be in a feud.
Mhm.
No, they weren't even in the feud. Steve Fox is supposed to be a cool kick-ass boxer that is technically Nina's clone son. No, didn't even give us anything. I don't even think we got a fight scene with Steve Fox.
No, Steve Fox didn't get a single fight scene.
Yeah.
He's spoilers, gunned down. We never see him fight anyone at all.
No.
At no point does he throw a fist.
No. The fight between Eddie Gordo and I think it's my favorite character. God damn, me and names tonight. It's been a long week. I am sorry. Can I just hit cast and just get everybody? Miguel. The guy who played Miguel was pretty cool. I actually liked him. But the first fight, it felt kind of rushed, and Miguel lost, and I'm like, no. Eddie gets countered super easy in this. Hello? And I was watching, I was paying attention. Brian Fury, played by another good actor, but didn't get the full benefit of being called the Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Christy Montero, who's supposed to know Eddie Gordo already, because both of them are technically Brazilian. No. And they said, oh yeah, no, Christy Montero is a mixed martial artist, not capoeira, just like Eddie is, because they want more diversity. And then they were like, oh, we got Sergei Dragunov. And it's like, Sergei Dragunov? Oh, okay, so you have someone from the USSR and doing some really good stuff. No, they gave him little to no screen time. They didn't even go over his story. They gave him one good fight scene, I guess. The fight scenes were the only good thing about this whole entire movie, and even then I would say I'd rather watch other things. This was not a good movie.
We got 10 minutes in and you asked, can we call an audible? And I had to say no, because it wasn't like midway where we were expecting something good. The goal here was a bad movie and hopefully a good.
And I'm glad that we did it in this order, because I guarantee you I would have wanted to call that audible if we watched this one second.
When did you first realize I'm not going to like this?
The very dark fight scenes at the very beginning, when Jin's running around doing his runner shit.
So him being shot at and doing all the parkour. Hardcore parkour.
Either in complete darkness or fast cuts.
Yeah. Fast cuts up the ass in this movie. Like, the only other movie that I think of when I think of this severe fast cuts is fucking Quantum of Solace.
I don't remember all that. I remember
Quantum of Solace is a very forgettable movie.
Yeah, yeah.
But the train scene, which is weird. Why is there a train scene 2 fucking Bond films in a row? The train scene. Wait a minute. There's a train scene in 3 Bond films.
Oh, Skyfall?
4 Bond films. Jesus Christ, there's a train in all the Craig films. It's small in Casino Royale with him talking to her on the train.
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace, there's a full-on fight where he uses like a backhoe.
Yeah. Skyfall comes off of it.
Yeah, or shot off of it.
Yeah.
And then fights Batista, I think, on a train. I think it's a train. And Spectre.
Well, what about Casino Royale?
Casino Royale is just talking to the girl on a train, but they're on a train. They're like in the dining car.
That's right,
Yeah.
and it's that in passing thing.
It's when she like measures him and he measures her, and they then order each other's clothes later on.
I recall.
Yeah, and then it's a fight scene in Quantum of Solace, fight scene in Skyfall, and I do believe fight scene in Spectre. What the fuck?
Yeah. I guess Greg wanted trains. I like
somebody
twains.
wanted trains.
I like twins.
But no, it's the train scene in Quantum of Solace it's so many fucking fast cuts and so many different angles. They probably filmed that train scene like 15 times over, 20 times over, if not more.
Just to get all those fast cuts?
Just for all the different fucking angles. Like, it's absolutely insane. But yeah, no, there's a lot of fast cuts in this. How did you feel about Sick Puppies playing right at the very beginning?
I like Sick Puppies. That's cool. That's an okay band for 2009. Yeah, it gets a thumbs up just because it was popular and it was still pretty good.
I mean, I like the song. So
yeah, it's a good song. It was a good. I don't even want to say it was a good beginning, like intro sequence when it was all over the place.
He totally just snubs the fact that he has a girlfriend. She gets forgotten about so fucking quick, yet she is there watching his fights throughout this entire movie.
I think they might have fucked up on the writing on that. They were like, okay, we need him to have a love interest. We gave him a love interest at the beginning. Okay.
At least kill her off?
Can we either kill her off or have a mutual breakup thing? It was real weird when at the very end she's fucking going, Jin, remember me? And fucking Jin's doing the walk down with his fucking flaming pants, and I'm just like, he don't give a fuck about you. He is the king of Iron Fist now. Oh, that's right. Lars is related to the Kazuma family. Well, Mishima's. Jesus Christ, that family's huge. Because you got everyone that Sox has mentioned between Heihachi, Kazumi, Kazuya, Jun, Jin, Asuka as a distant cousin, Violet, who is brother to Kazuya.
I love shit like Tekken, Star Wars, things like that, where the entire world or universe is getting fucked because of one family's feuds.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Because one family can't get the fuck along.
I mean, Heihachi goes, I'm going to throw my kid off a cliff, and that's how the whole entire fucking thing starts.
Pretty much. And then later on, they fight on that cliff, and he throws his dad off, right?
Yeah. I'm going to do it to my dad. But, there were inconsistencies. The only consistency that I forgot about was Kazuya being Jin's father. That one I thought they were brothers for some ungodly reason, but even still, the whole rest of the movie was fucking god-awful. They made martial law like this mixed martial artist when
you see for 5 fucking seconds.
Yeah, and I'm like, you fuck over one of probably the more popular characters, because martial law in, I think it's Tekken 3, is trying to earn enough money to help out either his niece or his daughter. And he's been doing odd jobs just to try and get the money. And so he signs up for the King of Iron Fist tournament, and him and Paul Phoenix, which you don't get even fucking Paul the Hair Phoenix in this.
There's 2 weird characters that you don't get in this that I would have loved. Mokujin.
Oh, the wooden man.
Fucking tree. Who copies everyone's fucking moves.
Mm-hmm.
And
trains on him.
Alex.
The raptor?
The dinosaur. This movie was so fucking crappy. You can't tell me that putting a fucking dinosaur in there wouldn't have fixed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Personally, I like Alex when he's the short, little, tiny, cartoony thing with the boxing gloves. I mean, he always has boxing gloves. It looks kind of like the Digimon guy.
I would prefer Roger. If we're going this far, I would still say Roger.
The one that looks more like a real.
No, Roger's the kangaroo. You know what? I want the kangaroo.
Okay. But the not weird characters. Where the fuck was King?
Oh, the Valetudo? Ow. Oh, that would have been so fucking cool. And then that would have actually made a really good fucking angle for the first one, where as soon as, let's say he has a couple bouts, but he loses round 2, all of a sudden they say a wild card for round 4. here comes fucking Iron King, who's just like, I'm over this shit. Comes stomping out because with Iron King, he comes out and he, instead of using Vale Tudo, he does dirty fighting, which Miguel, quote unquote, taught him in his fight. So that would have been a good angle to have King versus Miguel. King loses, comes back as a wild card, has a redemption fight against Miguel. There's your fucking movie for at least one plot line.
We could even... Other weird shit that we could have brought in that still would have made this movie better.
Okay.
Kuma and Panda, the bears.
Panda I would want with... I forget her name. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me... Tekken... X-I-N... Jinghua? Jinghua. I think. Nope. Nope, that's Soul Calibur. Zhao Yu. Sorry, Chinese names are my strong suit. Well, names in general aren't my strong suit. But, yeah, because they're best friends. So, and also the Jacks in this were not robots. They were just dudes in kendo outfits.
Okay, first of all, we don't even get Jack the character.
No, we don't.
Secondly, the Jacks, the fucking robotic fucking clone almost looking force in this, instead is just a bunch of dudes in body armor.
Kendo outfits, to be more accurate. Like, they have the kendo helmets. And it's like, Jack 5 is supposed to be the one who gains sentience and falls in love with Christy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Christy. Fuck's sakes. My whole entire interpretation of Tekken is fucked because of this movie.
Prototype Jack.
Yeah.
Panda.
Eddie Gordo was in it. He fought up against Brian Fury, if I'm not mistaken, and got messed up.
No, Dr. B.
Boskanovich.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wouldn't want him. Like, he's supposed to be the one who technically takes Nina's DNA to clone Steve. Nope. Nope. Azazel. Nope. Nope. Roger
the kangaroo.
The kangaroo. I could take the kangaroo.
With the baby one with the gloves as well.
Roger Jr., yeah.
Sebastian?
That would only be if Lily was in it.
Okay. I mean, but Lily. Yeah, Lily's butler. Kuma we talked about. Mokujin.
And Gone.
I don't know. I would have liked Gone. Alex, whatever. Like, that would have been fun. This movie, instead of doing all the weird shit in Tekken, tried to make it a serious Tekken movie, which I think is actually what hurt it more.
Yeah, because it had, like, fighting corporations, and with those corporations, I was always like, what, you can't put their nationalities like they did in the games? Like, they come from Russia, but screw that, they're supporting a terroristic monopoly. I don't like, it's so convoluted that it confuses the viewer, i.e. us, and it makes it bad.
So this movie came out
2009
in 2009 with a budget of $30 million.
And you know what it made? $1.7 million.
Yeah.
It is a dignified flop. And the reason why I say it's a dignified flop is because these motherfuckers worked hard. You could tell they wanted this thing to work.
So bad though.
Oh, so bad.
So 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 1.6 out of 5 on Rate Your Music. Don't know what that is.
I mean, I don't know anyone who would want to throw their name up here to say they've viewed it.
82% from the Google users.
That's why I was like, I don't know who would want to throw their fucking name up here.
Now, the great part here is it does have a Rotten Tomatoes score. It's not showing here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait for the ever loading Rotten Tomatoes to load up here for a second. Open. What the fuck is with Rotten Tomatoes lately?
I don't know.
You have to actually search for the Rotten Tomatoes because it doesn't pop up.
Gotcha. Well, I'll do IMDb while we're waiting. Do they have those reviews? They sure do.
They got reviews written by people.
Actually, not that bad.
First of all, he gave it a 50%.
Yeah. I mean, the fights were pretty entertaining. The fight
Socks, get out of here with that pun.
The fight between Miguel and Jin was actually super nice. The only downside is they did Miguel wrong. They did him bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Miguel's supposed to be a, come on, you want to go? Let's go. And as soon as he like throws the first punch, it's supposed to be like a cocked punch. So that way you try and interpret it differently. And he's aiming for the throat. He's not aiming for your mid. He's aiming for like an area that will cripple you, you know?
I think Rotten Tomatoes is down. When you search, you get internal server error.
Come on.
I don't know what the hell is going on with their site.
Oh.
Okay, the homepage works.
But not the search, maybe?
Let's try again.
Yeah.
Internal server error.
All right, so...
it was at, I think, a 0. Wasn't it? Was that what we figured out?
It was either a 0 or a single digit.
Yeah, it was that low. It was not doing well. Yeah, it's weird that...
I know how to spell.
No, you don't. Don't lie.
I don't.
I mean, neither do I, so...
Let's see if it may pop up on...
Okay.
I don't know why it popped up here, but it did. So, yeah, it was a 0% from the reviewers, but to be fair, only 6 reviews. And a 31% from the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. Jesus Christ. This movie is all over the place as far as in the movie and trying to find reviews on the movie.
So it did not do well.
No.
It made no money.
None.
It has a sequel.
I put it on the list, but it's going to be way down the line.
It came out 5 years later. It had some returning actors. What kills me about this sequel, it sits at a 2.8 out of 10 on IMDb, a 64 from the Google users. So everyone's liking it less.
Yeah.
8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think it might have just,
what?
I think it might have just had more people viewing it.
Maybe, but
Tekken Kazuya's?
Yeah. It's technically supposed to be Tekken 2, Kazuya's Revenge, I do believe, but yeah. Now Rotten Tomatoes is acting like shit again.
Yeah, whatever.
But
it's not important.
It just blows my mind that this movie got a sequel, first of all. Second of all, that it got actors to come back.
They, as said, they had some form of hope.
I guess.
I'm just going to keep clicking until it works.
A criminal organization kidnaps a young man with amnesia, then turns him into a ruthless assassin, is the plot for this one.
Assassin. I'm like trying to think on who is an assassin aside from... Speaking of which, Raven was in this movie and they didn't give him his fucking angle either. Because he's supposed to be... He's supposed to be the, like, one above Nina in that weird Assassin's Guild.
If you want to watch...
That didn't even happen.
If you want to watch Tekken...
Nothing!
Oh, so the 8% is from the audience. It has no reviews from critics.
Huh.
Okay. So the audience hated it even more. Okay, that's good enough. But if you want to watch Tekken, there's plenty of animated Tekken out there.
Oh, no. That is not good looking.
No. If you want to watch Tekken, there's plenty of animated Tekken out there. Go and watch that instead of these. Because this... I knew it was already bad. I'd already seen most of it. But
and you dragged me into it. Okay, let's Tekken Blood Vengeance 3D. It's a 3D movie?
Okay, what's worse, watching Tekken or playing Tekken 6?
Watching Tekken. I'd rather play Tekken 6. Like, controls weren't bad.
Fighting a never-ending horde of jacks for some reason as you work your way down a mountain.
You don't need to do that. I mean, online probably wasn't bad. It's still a fighting game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sock says in chat, the Tekken poster that we just looked at looked like a low-cost cosplay. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of did. All right, Rotten Tomatoes don't want to work, so we'll just hop over to our second movie, which was Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Now, this is getting some very mixed reviews.
So basically what I'm seeing is critics are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, and I mean, it's received its money in due feels.
Yeah. So they spent about 55, and I think last time I checked they were at 50 with limited theatrical release. I do believe 2 has officially been greenlit.
Okay, good.
I do believe.
It was not only just a breath of fresh air from the movie we had just seen.
Yeah.
It was actually really good.
I've already watched it twice.
Yeah, it had really good energy. It had good flow.
Great effects, except one.
Except for one, but I'm not even gonna mention it. That's how forgiving I am about this. Because
it's Luke Kingsfire.
Yeah, it's Luke Kingsfire. How did Lauren put it? Spirit Halloween.
It looked like one of the Spirit Halloween things that you run over a fan.
Yeah.
That's something they can fix before the Blu-ray release. Yeah. Touch it up.
Yeah, touch it up a little bit. It's a little bit of green screen.
We're also watching this on an old television rather than watching it on a big screen. From what I'm hearing, everyone says go watch it in IMAX.
Really?
I'm hearing it looks not necessarily the fire. I'm saying the movie.
The movie itself
looks amazing in IMAX. So,
what did we watch recently that I said would look good in IMAX?
Kong.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Kong, Skull Island.
And
Godzilla vs. Kong. Both of those would look good.
I was thinking about something about that today.
Yes.
So it's Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes.
And it's Kong, Skull Island.
Yes.
And spoiler for a movie we've already talked about, but spoiler.
I mean, this is...
Kong doesn't take over, right?
No, he doesn't.
Godzilla stays the head.
Yes.
What's different about the name of these Kong movies compared to any other Kong movie? No point do they refer to him as King Kong.
Not yet. Well,
and then we had King of Monsters.
They did refer to him as King Kong in Kong Skull Island.
Did they?
I forget his character's name, but the
guy
veteran
that was living with the locals.
Yeah, the veteran referred to him as the King.
Gotcha. But it was just something interesting I was thinking of because it's like, we had King of Monsters and, Godzilla basically took the title in that one.
Yeah.
And so at no point did the movie address him as Kong, King Kong. Like the titles don't address him as King Kong.
Yeah.
But so that was an interesting thought process.
But the fight scene's good. Goro looked good. Everything about this movie looked, for the most part, good.
The ice looks amazing. The weapons look amazing. So that scene that we get in the trailer where he creates the blade.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. It's got a name.
The ice blade?
Yeah. Well, it's based off an actual weapon. So like the weapon itself has a name.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what that's made out of?
Polyurethane.
Resin with some plastic wrap in the center. So when the light hits it,
it shines.
It shines and just looks like a fucking ice sword. I'm like, that is like the simplest yet coolest looking fucking prop.
It looked good.
It looks so good. On my rewatch, I already knew that at that point when I rewatched it, and I'm watching it. I'm like, it doesn't fucking look like resin with plastic wrap. Like it looks like a fucking ice blade. Lots of practical effects, CGI as well, but good CGI.
Very good CGI. Except for the things for
yeah. Kano is funny as fuck.
They made Kano do well.
Yeah. The actress playing Sonya, Jessica, I don't know how to say her last name. McNamee?
McNamee? She did good as Sonya.
She's amazing as Sonya. She's actually Australian.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is funny because Kano's Australian.
Hmm.
The guy playing a Scorpion, I don't know how to say his name.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
So he said that he didn't really know anything about Mortal Kombat going into this, but he wanted to sit down and play the games to get more of the character and whatnot. And he goes, I lost a lot.
But
he actually went and found like an arcade machine to play at.
Oh, good.
Like an arcade. He's like, I lost a lot, but I had a lot of fun.
Oh, very good.
So he's the oldest one to ever play Scorpion.
And he did well.
And he fucking kills it. He says one of the things that convinced him to do it was when he saw fans photoshopping his face onto the character before he was even in the running.
Really?
Because I guess he's got a lot of fans that really wanted him for Scorpion.
I mean, he has done a lot over in Japan, of course. He did one of the Wolverine movies as one of his compatriots in Japan. You know what? Sox brings up an interesting thing. From a little bit of a distance, he does kind of look like an Asian Brad Pitt.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? Well, not like sorry. Not like that, but let's pull up
she's saying with the glasses, so I guess the image was on the previous page.
Yeah, okay.
Go back one more.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Maybe a little. With the longer hair and the facial hair as well.
Even still, he is very chiseled, and he has his his grand defining features, and you throw that on screen, people will define him. It's not necessarily the roles that he's thrown into, and everyone's like, well, I've already seen him as this. No, he can keep roles in mind for what he is. When he, was just a guy coming home, he had a samurai blade on his side. He was ready to go. He was just, I'm coming home. I'm going to go grab some water. And when I get back, we'll have a nice meal.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, that's when danger strikes, because saying I'm going to go out for something, that's always a bad thing.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going for milk.
I didn't realize it. He's in Avengers Endgame.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't know how to say the character name.
Akihiko.
Yeah.
That's not the right Akihiko. That's the Persona Akihiko.
I think I know the scene. Yeah. So he's in the scene fighting
Ronan?
Clint or Ronan. Yeah. So it's a brief scene, but yeah, he's technically in the MCU, and he's also in the X-Men universe. Because he's in Wolverine.
Did Ronan kill him?
Spoilers. Yes.
Okay. Hey, this is spoiler.
Very quick.
We're getting
very, very quick.
But let's get into the ratings. The ratings, as said, all over the place. Not too proud about it. 6.3 out of 10 out of IMDb, 54 out of Rotten Tomatoes, 44% on Metacritic, and Google users pulling it up with 87%.
Now that 54 is coming from critics over at Rotten Tomatoes, where it's actually sitting at an 87 from the audience.
Thank you for having that up.
The audience, I wasn't going to let Rotten Tomatoes fucking bog us down this time. The audiences are agreeing over on Google and Rotten Tomatoes, which is rare and very interesting.
Yeah. This is a good movie. If
Lots of references.
Yeah, if you have HBO Max, I recommend it. It's only a little under 2 hours, and it doesn't feel it doesn't feel like it. The action sequences are varied. They're spaced out pretty uncommonly. It feels good. It looks good. It feels good. It's just so goddamn good.
They brought in some lesser known Mortal Kombat villains for this, which I thought was really interesting. I mean, they created the character Cole for this, which is an interesting new character.
Yes.
But I rather enjoyed him. I thought it was interesting. But they, I'm trying to find. There's a list right here, and I'm trying to find the names of these characters. Yeah. And of course, this list didn't actually have it, because why the fuck would it have it? Yeah, see, I knew that was going to happen. It brings up Shao Kahn, and it's not Shao Kahn. Reiko. So, he's in Mortal Kombat 4, and then you have the lady with the wings, who's also spacing my name. I'm spacing her name.
Space Jam.
Space Jam. I'll have it in 2 freaking seconds.
Okay. But,
Natara.
Okay. She
is from another Mortal Kombat game that's a little lesser known. She has an eye patch in the game.
And she didn't last too long, did she?
No, but I mean, it was so that they could do something specific, and I loved the way they handled it. And Lauren tried to argue it, and I immediately was like, nope, pay attention to that fight scene. He's right. But I mean, it also made sense to bring in Riku, Natara, like these lesser known enemies, so that when they do
get the big stuff,
when they do fatalities, because you want fatalities in this movie, they're not screwing themselves for future movies. Now, I am surprised at some of the people they killed, both on the good side and bad side. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it and excited to see where things are going. Plus, I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. People come back from the dead.
And sometimes not as you're wanting.
Yeah.
We had a brief discussion after the movie. At the very end, there is a belt buckle that says Cage on it, and that's where it cut. So we Quincey and I and Lauren all want one specific person, and to which he responded in the perfect way possible. We want The Miz from WWE to play Johnny Cage.
Mm-hmm.
And to which, being asked about this, I believe his response was, call my agent.
Now the problem is there someone that wants the role that a lot of other fans are pushing for?
Elaborate. Okay.
Ryan Reynolds wants to be Johnny Cage, and there's a lot of fans that want him. I want The Miz more. But Johnny Cage is not Johnny Cage. Ryan Reynolds is pushing for this so much that he's actually posting like artwork where like his head is over Johnny's face in the games and shit like that.
I mean, he wouldn't make a bad one. It's just I would prefer the Miz.
The Miz is better for it, I think.
Oh yeah, no, you have someone who already can act with that. You know, he's doing that right now, probably as we're speaking during SmackDown. You know, it's that it is his character. He comes out and he goes, "I am better than you, but not because I'm a better wrestler. No, I already know that. It's because I have a nice house. I have a nice wife. I have a kid on the way. What do you have? A shitty medal? I don't care about that." You know, he's egotistical, knowledged, but egotistical. So he already has that Johnny Cage mentality. Ryan Reynolds, I don't know too much about his outside life. He's a very bubbly character outside of movies. I know that, but
I mean, he's played the douchey character in the past. I don't.
He also played Green Lantern.
Yeah, he also played Green Lantern. And I love Ryan Reynolds, but it's kind of also one of those things of like, dude, you don't need to be in every franchise.
Yeah.
I said it.
Is he in Marvel?
Technically, he's Deadpool.
Oh shit! Yeah, I keep forgetting that's a Marvel movie.
Reminder: he was also in Blade Trinity.
Oh shit! That's right.
Yeah, which I mean that's not canon anymore, but he was in Blade Trinity.
It's still a Marvel movie.
He's in Pokemon.
No, Nintendo.
It's Nintendo. I'm just listening to the Universal season.
Oh yeah.
He's in DC with Green Lantern.
Yeah, that.
Oh wait, sorry. He was also in X-Men Origins Wolverine as the fucked up.
As the fucked up Deadpool.
Yeah.
Shit. He has been kind of climbing into a whole lot.
Yeah. So here's some of the bad reviews, and this really bugs me.
Okay.
While it does deliver what people expect for a Mortal Kombat movie, this is just a darker, uglier variation on the superhero movie or the super spy movie, except for its bizarro world politics.
I'm so sorry you don't like Netherrealm politics. Hello? When the Netherrealm politics are, I sit on this throne and I'm going to go and invade Earth, because if I win one more time, I get to destroy it. That seems pretty fucking cut and dry to me. I'm going to get a little closer to the mic.
Get ready for action and violence, which is what these movies are about. Storyline, well, it's in there somewhere in between sword fights.
So what you're telling me is Mortal Kombat is about combat. What?
A dumb movie can be good as long as it's fun, and Mortal Kombat falters by never achieving that.
I think I'm getting tinnitus.
There was one in here that I'm looking for. Here we go. It all culminates in what seems to be massive multi-part fight. What seems to be a massive multi-part fight. But then all the combinations realize that love is stronger. Combatants realize that love is stronger than hate and put down their weapons and hug it out. Ha! No way, dude. Just kidding. It's a full-on gore fest of fight porn. 2 out of 4.
A movie called Mortal Kombat involving combat that you're not expecting at least a little bit of blood, gore, guts, whatever, because they're fighting for mortality. I think I'm getting tinnitus.
From what I understand, they actually had to bring a second editor in to edit out, like the director brought a second editor in to edit down some of the fatality scenes because they were worse than what we saw, and they were getting an NC-17 rating.
Really?
Yeah, and so they had to dial it back because they wanted the R. So I can't wait for the director's cut. You know they're going to do it.
Oh, dude, if that director's cut's going to give us anything, we're going to see Kano get fucking tore up in that scene.
Within the movie itself, it feels like there's comparably little at stake. Oh, just the entire fucking world.
Yeah, it's not like, demons running into the world is not a... I mean,
yeah,
it's a cool thing.
Fuck Earth, right?
I mean, it's a cool thing. I would kind of halfway be down for it. For a minute.
The competent fight scenes look expensive, but none are especially inventive and memorable. Even the gruesome fatalities seem underexploited.
What'd they give it?
2 out of 5. I'm not going to spoil the fights, the fatalities for you guys. Just go and watch them. But understand, we see people cut in half.
In a very specific way that is almost too perfect.
Yeah. We see essentially a fatality mixed with an animality, however it was pronounced.
Animality.
We see eyeballs lost. We see souls sucked out.
Your soul is mine.
We see arms ripped off. We see people sliced up, stabbed through.
It's a good movie.
I mean, one that you see in the trailer, someone's heart gets ripped the fuck out. Which, by the way, the look for his character is actually from the game The Flying Chick's from.
Oh, okay.
So
Mortal Kombat 4.
No, that was what the
Deadly Alliance.
Yeah, Deadly Alliance.
I remember.
I mean, there's good reviews in here too, but this is the problem. Like, it feels like everyone that's giving it a bad review is going in here like, I've never watched Mortal Kombat and don't know what I'm doing. Another paltry reminder that Hollywood has abandoned the sincere pleasure action films provided, pointing a camera at a person in motion to showcase their beauty and savagery. I don't even know what the fuck that means, and it's a bad review.
Hold on. Another paltry reminder that Hollywood has abandoned the sincere pleasure action films provide. And then continues on with a
colon.
Pointing a camera at a person in motion to showcase their beauty and savagery.
I don't know what that means.
They're from New York. I don't know.
Interesting thing, the actor that plays Liu Kang and the actor that plays Kung Lao, both are part of Jack Chan's stunt team.
Oh,
yeah.
They immediately gain like 5 extra stars.
They're both fans of the games. And one of them, I can't remember which, was a Black Power Ranger at one point. Which marks the second time a Black Power Ranger has been in a Mortal Kombat film.
That's nice.
Yeah. Interesting thing I didn't know. Kano's been played by 2 other actors, one for the TV show and one for the original 90s movie. Both actors have passed away.
Oh.
Both in their 40s.
Oh.
They're kind of weird. It was a weird one.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I hope it's not a curse.
Hopefully not. All right. What's your... Oh, we didn't ask. What's your scoring for Tekken?
0. Like, yeah. I was going to go with a 1 just because the fight scenes were good, but I don't even remember the fight scenes, so can't...
I will give it a 1 for the soundtrack.
No. Just the Sick Puppy song and the fucking weird techno thing that I was actually grooving with? Fuck off.
No, I mean, the reality is I have to stop and think about the other movies that I've given zeros to, and the reality is I'm working on a scale of like 100%. I will put it at like a 1%. I can't give it the 0 because the 0 is going to things like Mono's Hands of Fate and The Room and shit like that.
You don't even like The Room unironically?
I mean, I like The Room ironically, and I understand the story of The Room.
Okay.
Which I guess I can give The Room that. The Room will go over Tekken because at least I can understand its fucking story.
Okay. You're my favorite customer.
You're my favorite customer. Oh, hi, doggy.
Oh, hi, doggy.
I love that she didn't recognize him when he first walked in.
But on a more serious note, yes, I do concur that The Room, albeit very strange, it still belongs somewhere a little higher than
It'll
Tekken.
Never make it out of 10%.
It will,
not
for me. It'll be 15 just because of the meme ability.
That doesn't make the movie good. That makes
it makes it memorable.
That makes you good. Like, don't give the movie credit for your brain.
I give it the credit it deserves just because of how I can reference it, how I can keep it in my mind. The scenes that keep continuing to pop into the noggin, I'm like, I can recall most of the movie. Tekken, I don't remember anything except for how
we didn't even make jokes watching Tekken.
It was so bad that.
Yeah.
Like, they fucked over my 2 favorite characters. 1 didn't even have it. 2, Miguel got screwed over and made it look like a regular Spaniard. I was like, no, he deserves better than that. And then the Jacks were nothing. Steve Fox is my other favorite character. Screwed him over. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, it's terrible. It really is. Sox had said he'd make a good actor, since we have his photos up. He'd make a good actor for the Way of the Household, the Yakuza comic.
Okay, so what she's referencing is there's a ex-Yakuza member who settles down and...
house husband, not household.
Yes. He settles down and becomes a husband, and he pretty much goes about an everyday lifestyle with an apron and a suit and tie, and he always got this like glare on his face because it's the Yakuza way of just
Mhm.
looking down on people or getting people out of his way. And he's walking a dog, and as he's walking a dog, he glances across the way and notices that there's another person, and they're walking their dog, and they both put on their Yakuza demeanor, and as they run up amongst one another, the dogs are sniffing at each other, and they're both staring each other down. And he goes, "That's such a cute dog." And they both begin to take pictures of each other's dogs. And then all of a sudden, the other Yakuza member grabs him by the shirt and says, "Get in!" and throws him into the car, and then everybody goes off to the dog park.
Okay.
That's just one of the many scenarios of The Way of the House Husband.
It looks like at some point it was made into a television, or it's a web comic or something like that, and they have live action actors, and they picked one that's like spot on to the manga drawings. So you might want to look into that, Socks. But I could see him, like, maybe if he was a little younger, playing the character pretty well, or playing an older version of the character.
Yeah.
But,
I enjoy it. I've seen a few scenes. I haven't seen a lot of scenes, but yeah, I've seen a few.
All right, so Mortal Kombat. What's the rating?
Mortal Kombat, I'm gonna give a stern 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the 90s.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. I'm glad that it's got its green light for the sequel, and I'm definitely gonna be here for the sequel. I have no problem with it.
I'm excited to see maybe the unrated version of the film.
That too.
I hope they do a release of that.
If they do it through HBO Max, that'd be even better. But I wouldn't mind owning a Blu-ray of it.
Yeah, I'd probably buy the Blu-ray. See if they come out with a nice steel box.
Yeah. Oh my god, with that poster of the half red, half blue Scorpion Sub-Zero face.
Yeah.
Oh, that would look so nice.
The point of the weapon.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of which, I'm actually very happy that they made that one of the central plot points.
Yeah, they talked about, like, they showed that it was like the gardening tool. It's actually a multi-purpose tool and whatnot. And then
like it was a part of him later on.
Yeah, it transcends family and generation and whatnot.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about them doing the Arcana? Because that's not a thing from the games. And giving like an explanation to the powers and giving other people powers rather than tools.
It gives a good reason
for anyone that's too like, I can't just accept that things happen.
Yeah, it's like Kano has it. Okay, well, what's Kano's power? I don't know. He has to kind of unlock it. And he's like, well, what do I gotta do? And then you get Kung Lao and all of them poking and prodding at him until he finally shoots off the freaking laser beam out of his eye. I would have been
fine with it being a robotic eye, just like I would have been fine with Jax's arms being full robotic arms. You know, like.
But everything kind of evolved to where they were, and I'm like,
and I would have been fine with Sonya's being the wrist gauntlets that she wears in the game. You know, rather than them making like Arcana powers and whatnot.
I'm not mad.
I did like the reference with Cole's being that it's a suit that like takes the kinetic energy, because they make the reference at the beginning of the movie about him being like a human punching bag.
Yeah, because he is paid off to lose fights.
Well, he's not paid off to lose fights. It's just he's kind of lost his way. You can hear his daughter chanting him on. You need to use the uppercut and whatnot. And he doesn't and whatnot. It's that he's no longer good is the problem.
Yeah, okay.
It was never that he was being paid off to lose him. He's the guy that they can call in last minute when they don't have someone.
Well,
because he's cheap.
Okay, then the way my mind kind of cycled back around was, oh, he's getting paid to lose? Shit, I should get into it. So I guess my mind cycled back to that.
Yeah, okay, the joke I made about, oh, he's getting paid to lose, yeah. It's more that they're paying him.
My ass for $500.
Yeah, it's more that they were paying him because they don't expect him to win. If he won, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All
right, let's go ahead and move into the next thing. The big
spoilers.
Spoiler breakdown.
If you have Disney Plus, watch it. If not,
go get it.
Yeah, go get it. It's not too long. The total of actual runtime episodes, including hidden scenes, maybe 3.5 hours, a little under.
I mean, how many episodes is it?
8. And to be fair, like 7.5, 8 minutes is credits at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Which is but everybody plays a very good role in this. Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, Emily Van Camp, Wyatt Russell, everybody, Daniel Bruhl, all of them play amazing in this. The only problem I had a problem with was Carly.
Well, that's not the actress, though.
No, that is not the actress. That she did marvelous. It's the motives she had, and
6 episodes.
I would say 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, then okay, then they fill it in kind of well.
Mm-hmm.
But at around episode 3 to 4, she kind of gives me a lame excuse for the shield being a symbol for not so, times bygone and how things need to be a little bit better than that shield. I'm like, you come from a refugee. You are literally doing the same thing that shield fought against. So of course you're not gonna like it. But the reasoning you're giving me, it doesn't correlate. You're making up excuses to do bad, not to help out your people. To do bad. You kill people and throw in the justification of, I'm doing it against that shield because that shield doesn't stand for the thing that I want it to stand for. No, no.
I mean, the reality is we're not supposed to like the character. We're not supposed to agree with the character. If we like the character too much, if we agree with the character too much, then we don't want to see this character lose.
Yes, but the reasoning they gave were just so light, and I know I'm not supposed to like the character, but I also didn't like with Zemo. I loved to hate him. Everything he was doing, all the secret shit he was doing, I was like, I love him, but I fucking hate him.
Well, the real reality with Zemo, though, is also like the reason he's a bad guy, the things he's doing as a bad guy.
He's a half Nazi.
Well, no, he's against Hydra as well.
Well, like I said, half Nazi because he still has all of his Hydra tech. Hydra connections.
Yeah, but that's more means to an end, less of
that.
supporting what they do.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right.
Oh, no.
Because he's supporting Hydra in a sense by buying their shit. But the thing with Zemo's character is that he's protecting the average man from the super powered individual because he has dealt with the loss of a child. He has seen what the super soldier serum does. He knows how bad it is, and that there's only two people out there that he's, at the end of all this, okay with it. One is Cap, because nobody's Steve Rogers, and that's the only reason why.
Yeah,
it works.
He actually, Zemo actually kind of was like, Steve Rogers is the best benefacto. I have no problem with him. I like him. Sure, me and him don't see eye to eye, of course, but at the end of the day, I acknowledge that he worked hard for everything that he's done. He has put his name on the map. He has made that shield something I fear, not directly, but through the purpose of what that shield stands for. And with, actually, as I was just talking about it, like Carly's vision of that shield should have been how Zemo views it. Or other way around, I'm sorry. How Zemo views it should be how Carly sees it. But she kind of griped when she got the pack of the things and made the mention. I was like, that scene could be cut out and I would have been much better with her.
The other thing with Zemo is at the end of all of this, he decides he's fine going back to prison.
This time he goes to
where he should have gone in the first place, the raft.
The raft. And then the others get taken to the raft. Well, one gets taken to the raft.
No one makes it to the raft other than Zemo. I'll touch on that in a second. But the one thing we don't get from Zemo that I would have wanted in this is his sword. We never see Zemo with his sword.
No.
But he goes back to prison. He's fine with it because he understands he has committed crimes. He just feels his crimes were needed.
Oh, you're right. Everyone died on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then you've got the fact that he decides he doesn't want to kill Bucky, even though Bucky's got super soldier, because he understands that Bucky didn't make the choice. It was forced upon him, and that's not fair to Bucky.
Yeah, but also at the same time, Zemo's like, I kind of had fun controlling you, and he tried doing it again. He did try doing it again.
Yeah, just to see
if
it was actually out of his head. Because I also feel like if he was still controllable, that Zemo would have killed him. Because that means others can control him if they get the words, if they figure it out. Yeah. So I think if Zemo had tested Bucky and found out that he was still controllable, Zemo would have killed him.
Yeah. And Bucky had a lot of really good character arc.
Yeah, there's a lot of development.
Not a lot from Sam.
Yeah, I feel like with Sam, the character's already so well established. The only thing we needed for Sam's character in this was for him to realize, no, motherfucker, you are Captain America. Yeah. Be Captain America.
Yeah, and his own little...
Steve picked you for a reason.
Personal gripes at home.
Yeah. But with Bucky, like, this is the first chance we've actually gotten to see Bucky Barnes, not the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and then, like, I think it was first episode, he goes out on a date, and he, one of the first things that was mentioned to him, it was like, so do you like to dance? And he's like, I haven't danced since 1937, and it's like, oh shit, that's right, you don't come from this era at all. And then it dawns on people that, wait, shit, even though he is joking, or not joking, but telling the truth, people are going to take it as a joke. And he's like, no, I honestly haven't done any of this. I don't date because I don't know how I'm going to be at it. I used to be a ladies' man, but I don't know how to do that anymore.
He's also very traumatized because while not in control as the Winter Soldier, he was there for all of it.
Yeah, and
he's watched himself
semi-consciousness.
Yeah,
and then he tries to do a rehabilitation where he,
makes amends.
Makes amends to all the list, and the hardest one was
remember the character's name?
Shima. I don't remember his name. Lucky. I don't remember. Nope. I looked that up wrong. Dude. I don't remember his name, but in short, it was a wrong place, wrong time type of scenario while Bucky was handling a very, very destructive rundown.
Was it Yori?
Yori?
Was that the one? I mean, there's no photo for the actor, so I can't tell you for sure. Laptop's not charging for some reason.
I think he was known by his last name. But even still, it was, I guess it was like a conference between a sun figure, and it ran up and had to try and escape while this whole hit was handling.
Yeah, the character's Yori.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he had to handle that person because you have the Winter Soldier saying, no loose ends. Hail Hydra.
Yeah, so basically Bucky has to kill a bystander, and years later knows the bystander's father, who's always wondered what happened to his son.
And wound up being good friends with Bucky.
Yeah.
Went drinking, ate sushi, and, likes poking and prodding at the youth who is technically older than the person. And I don't think that was ever established. And I think even past the end.
He mentions that he's older, and she takes it as a joke.
Well, her, but not to
Yori. I mean, we don't know what happened after that door closed. He may have told Yori more about who he is and what happened, but
yeah.
Now there's an interesting Captain America thing I found out recently that I think also kind of helps tie into the displacement that Bucky feels being alive in a different time. If you pay attention in the scene where in Avengers where Steve Rogers punches the punching bag and it flies off and he has to go get another one, he's wearing Converse. And so someone was like, I just don't know what to do with this information, but Steve Rogers wears Converse. And someone points out Converse have been around since 1908 and cost $3 in 1947. And during World War II, they started making footwear for the soldiers. This is probably one of the only things he recognizes in the 21st century, and now I'm sad.
Huh. That is actually really interesting.
Yeah. With Bucky, I mean, he has at least the benefit of the fact that while not in control of himself, he was at least somewhat awake and has seen the world throughout the years.
Yeah, but he had no experiences. He still has a
disconnect,
yeah, he has no experiences. He has no feeling for it. But every episode was good.
What did you think about Bucky flirting with Sam's sister?
I'm here for that.
Apparently, there's more of it. It just didn't all make the show. So now Sebastian Stan and the actors that play Sarah are doing this whole release the Sarah cut.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I liked the connect between all the characters, even Zemo, up until the very end. Here's the major spoiler. Having them do the big guy going, one world, one people, that thing, and then putting him in the back of the van, and then kaboom! And I was like, Okay.
Yeah, Zemo had his butler finish off the super soldiers because he can't do it. He's in prison.
But that makes me wonder, did the person who put him in the back, did they set him up for this? Or I know it was the butler who had the thing, but was the person who did the one people,
so the one
good?
people thing, it was a cop.
Mhm.
But if you remember, there's like thousands of people that are connected to the movement, but there was
World
only
Smashers.
there was only the handful of super soldiers.
Right.
But there was the big flag smasher thing. And so this cop was probably just one of those guys that believed in what they were doing and was part of the app and all that. Those people that she would call up and whatnot, and they would all just torch shit and stuff like that.
And so it was like, haha, I'm actually trying to, get you out. And then all of a sudden, kaboom, and it's like, oh.
I think is what Zemo expected and why he had the butler there ready to
get rid of the supers.
To get rid of the super soldiers because none of them can survive. And the other one had already died, being shot by Agent Carter.
Yeah, Sharon Carter.
There's a theory, because Sharon Carter's very different in this, especially what we find out at the end. There's a theory she's a Skrull, and that's not actually the real Sharon.
I need more evidence.
I need more evidence.
I mean, considering the last show ended with a Skrull popping up and going, yo, what up? Nope. I wouldn't be surprised, but it makes me wonder, what makes this Skrull different then? Why is this Skrull wanting the technology when you have all of S.W.O.R.D. up top?
So there were a couple good Skrulls in the comics, but the reality is the Skrulls were bad guys in the comics.
Especially Super Skrull.
Super Skrull was a big experiment that they did where that Skrull had all the Fantastic Four's powers.
Didn't it also have Von Doom's power as well?
I only know about the Fantastic Four, but it may have had something for Von Doom.
Okay.
Now, the interesting thing is Secret Invasion is this thing where we find out Skrulls have officially learned to do superpowers and have been infiltrating the planet for years to take it over. And so it's like Captain America turns out to be a Skrull. We see a Skrull Spidey, but that Skrull Spidey wasn't able to get in place yet and was also outdated. He had the web gliders.
Yeah.
Which Spidey hadn't been using for years.
Speaking of Spidey, fucking the TikTok you sent me about how Peter Parker's actually holding back.
Yeah, how he's holding back. That was really
interesting. I already knew that. Yeah. I knew about that, but when he was going in depth and being like, no, he beat the shit out of Kingpin.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
So my whole thing is I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting for bad Skrulls. Yes, we have good Skrulls. We have Skrulls that are working with S.H.I.E.L.D. Sword, actually, because S.H.I.E.L.D.'s gone.
Well, not all the way gone, but
S.H.I.E.L.D.'s pretty much dead.
Yeah.
It's Sword now. But we have Skrulls that are working with Sword. And spoilers for Spider-Man 2. Warning, spoilers for Spider-Man Far From Home. We know the Skrulls are working with Nick and posing as him and Maria. So I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. One of the bad Skrulls coming. Because Marvel did announce... That click did not work. Excuse me, sorry. Marvel did announce we're getting Secret Invasion as a show with Samuel L. Jackson on Disney Plus. So I'm curious, when are we going to find out the Skrulls are bad? What Skrulls are bad? Are the good Skrulls actually bad Skrulls?
And are we getting Fantastic Four before then? Considering that's still up in the air.
Well, no, we won't get Fantastic Four before then because Secret Invasion's got a date, I do believe, or at least a rough date.
Okay, but that still makes me wonder: are we going to get at least an announcement?
Maybe. I mean, they've announced that they're making the movie.
Yeah,
it's just far down the line.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't. As far as Falcon and Winter Soldier is concerned, however, I feel like it had a very good opener. Mm-hmm. A very good opener. Because you have two, I don't want to call them contrasting characters, but you have two characters that know what's good for themselves, and they want to be a little stingy, and they want to, think about themselves before everyone else, which is fine and fair considering they went through a really rough time in 5 years. Mm-hmm. And as soon as those 5 years were up, they were just like, it's time to do the real thing.
Well, to be fair, Sam wasn't here for the 5 years.
Yeah. I know.
His family went through that shit.
That's what I'm kind of meaning. Because it's like, for 5 years, whether or not you were a part of the snap, whether you were not a part of the snap,
you were affected in some way.
You were affected. And then as soon as everybody came back, it's like, oh, we now have to open up more rooms because everything you had children during that time. You had new people living in your homes. Yeah. And then at the very end, you have the message that, the new Cap says, hey, we're a part of America. Like, we have to hold the mantle high of treating those who need help.
Yeah, and he also calls out America on some of its bullshit. And that was one of the things I liked about the show, was some of the bullshit it called out.
Yeah.
The whole scene with the cops where they get out and they look at Bucky and they go, "Is this man bothering you?" And he just goes, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, I was like, and he was like,
That whole thing was great.
"Do you know who I am?" And then they're like, "Oh shit!"
No, Sam doesn't even pull that. Like Sam's not doing that at all. It's Bucky that goes, "Do you know who he is?"
That's right. That was right.
Because Sam's not even going to try to use Avengers as like a way to get out of this shit.
He tried doing it with the bank, but
yeah, a little bit with the bank. He's like, I'm an Avenger. I'm good for the money type of thing.
Yeah, but he's like, but are you? Like, you guys are more of a liability because of that. Like, and that makes sense. That does make sense because you got to figure if you're a part of the Avengers, like your tax bracket probably goes up, but at the same time, the insurance rate does as well. Considering destruction of New York, anyone? Destruction of that hospital out in Africa, anyone? Like, there's a lot of all of Sokovia.
Well, that's one of the things that I loved about Zemo was Zemo calling them all out, and the fact that you've never even been to the Sokovia memorial, have you?
Yeah,
and it's kind of like a fuck no.
And that's where they pick up Zemo. Like, Zemo was ready to fucking rock Bucky's shit when he got out there, if he decided to pop out there, and he did. And Bucky gave him a pistol to his face, and he was just getting ready to pull the trigger, and he pulls the trigger, gun's empty. And he's like, there's my one to you. Which I was actually super happy that he didn't kill him. Because I feel like Zemo's actually going to be more beneficial.
Yeah, I'm loving that they're not killing all the characters. I'm loving that we've got Abomination's actually in the raft. Tim Roth's character from the Hulk movie, the Edward Norton, he's supposed to be in the raft. But now we've got Zemo in the raft. I'm hoping eventually we have a big raft breakout once we have some good people in there. So Secret Invasion is set for 2022. So next year.
Okay.
Fantastic Four is set to be after Black Panther 2 and after Captain Marvel 2, which most likely puts it in at least 2023, if not later.
Okay.
So it will be after Secret Invasion, which really sucks because one of the main reasons we win against the invasion is Reed Richards and the only sword agent that survived the entire sword installation being blown the fuck up in space. Okay. She makes it onto a ship where she finds that the Skrulls have basically zapped Reed with something that's keeping him from being able to form. He's a stretchy mess.
Yeah.
And she turns it off, and he goes fucking ape shit and starts killing Skrulls like crazy, and makes a device that's going to show us their chins.
Oh, okay.
So that we can know who to fight. One of the main reasons why he does all this is because they came in and they attacked him and whatnot, and then they sent the top floor of the Baxter building into the negative zone with Johnny, the Thing, and both of Reed's kids. Sent that whole fucking place in the negative zone. So Reed's like, all fucking bets are off. You attacked my kids.
Oh, yeah.
And loses his fucking mind, and it is glorious.
And then another interesting character. I could talk for a little bit about the fake Captain America, but I'm going to leave that alone. I'm actually going to kind of supersede that to go over to Fontaine. What is the actress's name?
Juliet, Dreyfus.
Dreyfus, thank you.
I can't remember. Let me make sure I'm talking about this right. I have her right here. Yeah, Julia Louis Dreyfus. I want to make sure I had her name right.
Okay. She looked fantastic for one. Mm-hmm. For a second, it kind of opens up the door for Defenders coming back. It opens up the door for a lot of the New York side to kind of just slide its way back into the MCU. And so this whole thing, another spoiler for Far From Home, at the end of Far From Home, you get something that kind of nudges its way in by saying Spider-Man's a villain. Haha, figure that out, fuckers. And then cut to black. I want more. I want a lot more of the inside. I want a little bit more of the politics. But if we're getting the Defenders again, holy shit, it's gonna be amazing.
I mean, we already pretty much confirmed that Charlie Cox is coming back for the next Spider-Man film.
Yes.
So we got that.
So, but are we getting Luke? Are we getting Punisher?
At one point, I know that the actress that played Jessica, Kristen Ritter, said she was done with the character after it got canceled. And I don't know if she's still sticking to that or not, though.
I mean,
I'd hate for them to either have to like not bring the character back or to have to replace her.
I mean, what's the $1 Million Man's motto? Everybody's got a price.
And just because everybody has a price, just because everybody has a price doesn't mean Disney should have to pay it.
You're right. I'm sure there's going to be something.
I know there's plenty of people out there going, Disney has plenty of money, and you're right. But
did they want to pay that much to bring back an actress that said they were done?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plus, I don't know if I want her to come back if she actually is done. Because if she actually is done, then I mean,
don't put someone in a position they don't want to be.
Yeah, like I don't want you to come in and half-ass it because you really don't want to be here. I want you to come in and do well.
Not gonna lie or sugarcoat it. I feel like season 2 of Jessica Jones was a half-ass.
I feel like the script was half-assed.
Yes, maybe not the actress's fault, but yes.
I never watched season 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember watching 2 episodes and going, "Holy crap, this is not well put together."
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of
I watched the first
episode,
last episode of season 3, and I called it. I was like,
season 3?
The last season.
Season 3 was last season.
Was it?
There were 3 seasons.
Oh, then yes.
Okay. I watched all of season 2 and just never made it season 3. I'll eventually sit down and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so back to Dreyfus. So she's playing Valentina
Allegra de Fontaine.
Yeah, that person. Who's been a S.H.I.E.L.D. person, who's been a not S.H.I.E.L.D. person.
An insider for Hydra, but not working directly with Hydra. And then she was the one who sold, oh God, what was his code name? The one who shot Luke Cage with the drill. Yeah, the one who sold the weapon.
Oh, wait.
No, not Cottonmouth.
Not Cottonmouth.
Starts with an S.
I don't remember all the Luke Cage characters. It's been a bit since I watched the
show. Luke Cage. Diamondback.
Diamondback. Yeah, there you go. I love that Diamondback showed up in the fucking costume in that.
Yeah.
Like, that was just amazing for me.
But the Willis Stryker is also their name. That's why I was like, S?
Yeah, okay.
But the Fontaine was the one who sold the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's a direct connection. So having Discount Cap be picked up by Fontaine, who... Wait a minute. Wasn't the weapon that Stryker used, wasn't that Hammer Tech?
I mean, it may have been. He's still in prison, though.
Yeah. Oh, this could be a good run back. Ooh. Okay, so what just boggled through my little tiny ADHD brain? So... if it was Hammer Tech, you have Justin Hammer and the other technological dude, the one who worked under Iron Man 3.
He's dead.
I know he's dead, but the one who worked under him? The one who helped out with the serum?
Wait, what serum? Oh, the serum, all the AIM shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody's dead.
Really? Oh,
there was a lot of bodies in that movie.
There was a lot. Yeah.
And you know, everyone shits on that movie, but it's first of all, it's actually a really good movie. And
it's a pretty good movie.
It perfectly.
It has a good opener, a good closer, and a good reason for Pepper to be like, "I understand what you do now."
Yeah, and it also it really depicts PTSD really well and like panic attacks and whatnot.
Yeah,
because of Tony's issues from Avengers.
But even still,
I got to see the character to let you know for sure if he's gone or not.
So Justin Hammer could potentially be getting out of jail now, considering it's been a while since Iron Man 2.
Yeah, his shit went down in Iron Man 2.
So it's been a while since Iron Man 2. We'll say, you know, he got a pardon, but he's going to be on a very tight leash.
You know what we never thought of?
What?
I mean, with everyone being snapped, how many prisoners do you think escaped prison?
Well, okay, the query of that was everybody returned back where they were.
Everyone that was snapped returned back where they were. I'm saying how many prisoners do you think went, oh shit, the guard just turned to dust. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, shit. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of like planes falling out of the sky, that kind of thing.
Yeah, cars hitting people that just suddenly show up in the middle of the road. Okay, so you have Guy Pearce as Eldritch Killian, the Mandarin. Killian. He dies. Then you have Rebecca Hall as Hanson. I think she dies. Yeah. Ben Kingsley goes to prison, but then we see in one of the one-shots that he's going to be killed by the actual Mandarin, who will probably be showing up in 10 Rings. Who else are you talking about?
Yeah, Dr. Wu got killed for...
Yeah, I think everyone from that movie is dead.
I think everyone from that movie is dead.
Which is interesting because that was the one complaint I kind of had when Disney did take over Iron Man was like, now he's just killing robots all of a sudden. Like, there's not people for him to take down.
Yeah. I should have sworn there was someone who worked under him that he helped out with it and was still kind of doing shit.
Are you thinking of actually what went down in... Because if we're talking about this guy, he dies in Iron Man 1.
Yes. No. I knew that.
Are you actually thinking of the shit we see go down in Spider-Man Far From Home? With someone taking tech?
Oh, well, I mean, I wasn't
There's
thinking
that.
about that, but I mean, sure.
You're not talking about Kingsley, right?
No.
As the
No,
Metaphor.
because he's a pawn.
Yeah, and he goes to
Or
prison.
so he said.
And you've seen the one-shots, right? Where
One
he's
shot.
in prison. Marvel did these shorts that they would play before Marvel movies in theaters. You can get them on some of the DVDs. And like one of them is like Coulson going to actually see the hammer and whatnot.
Mhm.
But one of them is Kingsley being in prison. You actually see Hammer because he goes to the same prison Hammer's in. Kingsley being interviewed, and as the interview ends, you find out the guy that's interviewing him is actually part of the 10 Rings. Kills like the people in Kingsley's cell, and says, "There's a man that wants to talk to you." And he's like, "Who?" And he goes, "Well, you should know. You took his name." He's referring to the Mandarin. He's got the 10 Rings tattoo on his arm and everything. And Kingsley goes, "I really don't know who you're talking about." And
He's a
that's,
very good actor.
and yeah, he is. And that's how it ends. But so Kingsley's
Okay.
character is probably dead.
Okay. So it's still boggling around my little ADHD brain where Fontaine basically puts together a new form of defenders, like a darker defenders, Dark Knights as it were. And she basically pulls them all together to basically say, this is going to work a little bit better, and it's going to work in my favor because you're going to be getting rid of evil people. You're going to be getting rid of, people who are both in my way and a disbenefit to the United States. I want them all gone. I don't care for them. You help me get rid of the few people that are in my way, no problem. You get paid. You get to keep your status. No problem. 0 problems.
Mhm.
-1 problems. Then you have Justin Hammer making Hammer Tech for U.S. Agent for if Diamondback comes out.
It kind of stops making it a threat at that point.
You get Barracuda. You get all Punisher villains because they take Hammer Tech. They actually do. There's Mamanucci who does a raid on a Hammer warehouse that was after Justin Hammer and all of his associates gets arrested. Mamanucci just goes, just take it. Who's going to stop you?
Mm-hmm.
And as they do it, half the people get away while the other half gets killed by Punisher and I think it was Spidey. Spidey might have helped out with that.
You're talking comics now.
Yes. And then I was like, okay, this is a great opener to bring in everybody in the Defenders into the MCU. And you have a lot of great villains that just have a disregard for everything because they want to take over either A, New York, or B, the entire United States.
So here's a question.
Yes.
So they arrest Hammer for many crimes.
Yep.
But they don't really break down. What do you think he's exactly arrested for? And what did he do other than...
Funding terrorism.
Okay, funding terrorism. So, if you consider the fact that... When does Endgame take place?
Oh, if he wasn't snapped, then he technically existed for another 5 years.
Well, that's one of the things I'm talking about, though, also, is like, what if he escaped because people were snapped and the prison was open?
Set
So,
in 2023.
2023 is when Endgame is set.
Which is after the 5 years. Because that's when the snap ends.
So, he's only been in prison for 13 years. I highly doubt they're letting you out for terrorist acts after 13 years. The fact that he went to a regular prison for terroristic acts blows my mind.
I think it was just funding, and I think that's just a guilty by association kind of thing, where he's like, he could probably have a attorney go, he had no idea what he was funding. He was funding a anti-establishment nonprofit. And it kind of turns around and everyone's like, well, that's kind of not good. And so it becomes this gray area of, well, he did actively try and kill Tony Stark, so that is still attempted murder. Like, I don't.
There is a discussion going on the one of the Reddit pages as to whether or not he's still in jail. The company's still around, whether he's
Hammer Tech is still a thing. It's just not as good because without Justin Hammer pulling it behind. This is oh man, we're going on a tangent, but still got a lot to talk about. We recommend this very highly. At least I do.
Oh yeah, I love the show.
Sox and I went into it with a little bit of wariness because we were like, it's not going to be as exciting as WandaVision was.
Oh no, I expected this to be good from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean
that's how I felt about Wanda as well. Loki's the show I'm concerned on.
Loki's a little concerning. Moon Knight,
that's not till next year.
I know, but I'm gonna be here for that.
That Miss Marvel and She-Hulk are all next year. And Secret Invasion. We did get the final look. There was a photo uploaded of the actress from Miss Marvel actually in the full-blown Miss Marvel legit costume, and she looks amazing.
The blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Or blue and gold.
Gold, yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for that. Loki is a little bit scathed, but we'll see. I mean, before that, we're going to be getting Love and Thunder, right? Because Love and Thunder is later on this year.
Yeah. Love and Thunder is this year, so.
Okay. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm going to put faith that Feige and all of them know what they're doing. I'm not going to take away from it. She-Hulk is another, just, I don't know how it's going to go, but I
expect that one to be good, too.
Yeah, so I have no problem. Zero problems. God. I'm going to give Falcon Winter Soldier, I'll give it a 10 on 10. Like, I went in expecting nothing and gained so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably up there for me, like the 90s to 100, yeah. It looked good, it felt good. The costuming was good, the action was good. Like, there was nothing half-assed about this movie. One of the show miniseries. One of the scenes that I absolutely love is when we finally get Falcon as the as Cap. First of all, he says, "I'm Captain America."
Yeah,
and I love that. The suit looked amazing. One of the things that blew my mind was someone goes, "I thought he was on the moon," and I immediately, fucking nerding out. But then the fucking scene where he's fighting the guy in the helicopter, and he has this badass moment where he fucking flings the shield at the door, breaking the door off, catches the shield, and then like fucking rolls through the helicopter to knock the guy out the fucking window.
Yeah. And then the only person who knew how to fly a helicopter took over. Yeah. And I was like,
that whole scene was just
pretty good.
Great. That's one of the reasons why I love watching the MCU things, is that they're really good at filming these true superhero moments. I mean, I know he's, a problem now, but at the time, Joss Whedon's Avengers and Age of Ultron had those great moments of the Avengers coming together, doing their shit. And Avengers 1, it happens while they're fighting in New York. And Avengers Age of Ultron, it happens twice. Once at the beginning when they're fighting Hydra in the forest, and then again when they're fighting Ultron in Sokovia.
He does good with fighting choreography.
He did great with that stuff. That's about all the praise I can give him anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see where we go next with the Captain America story. We are getting Captain America. We are getting the next Captain America movie. And I can't wait. And then it's being done by the showrunners for this one. So.
Oh, good. Hello. Let's get into the news.
Yeah, news time.
I like desks. It's no here or there. I enjoy my desk.
I mean, you kind of need them.
I kind of need them. But this desk here, tell me more about it.
Okay, so this is the Secret Lab Magnus metal desk. It's made for gamers. It's got beautiful LEDs in the back. It's got cable setups for you. It's got magnetic desk mat. I think this thing even has a holster for your fucking headset. Like, this desk is a beast without looking like it. It's 220 pounds, so it feels like it.
Jesus.
But this fucking thing, I mean, just look at this. Look at how it looks on top.
Oh.
You can put decals on it, which is great. There's the mat.
Oh, wow. Okay, and it's got like Cloud9,
Yeah.
Team Liquid, all that. Okay, all right.
So this is the and this is interchangeable. This is the magnetic. I don't know how to say that. Leatherette desk mat. Leatherette desk mat. But then you've got wire storage in the back, which I love. So like you can hide your wires.
Oh yeah, it does. It has a little.
There's
head.
there's the
Wow.
headset stand. It's got clips. It's got a little bit of everything. This desk it's meant for your gaming. It's meant for your office. It's meant to keep your shit clean and looking good.
Oh, that does look a little clean. I like that.
And the headset just hangs right
Hangs
there.
off the side.
Good to go.
Yeah, I would definitely see using this. I do like my L because I have my TV over here, and then I've got my middle monitor, and then I've got my front monitor. So in case I just want to play something on my Xbox, I just turn and I'm there. This, I mean, if I had like a mount for the TV, I could definitely see having just my 2 monitors and TV just hanging up. That'd be no problem. This seems like it would be a lot better. How much is this?
That's where we run into a bit of a problem.
Oh, really?
It's a $400 desk if you get the 47-inch. If you get the 59-inch, it is $449.
Okay.
The 47-inch is coming soon. You can register for that, and the 59-inch is on pre-order.
That's not bad.
Now the one thing this desk doesn't do that I prefer, for a desk, is what this desk over here used to have until it broke, and that's a spot to actually put the tower, so that your PC's not sitting on the floor.
Lately, it seems to be the thing of putting it up on the desk itself.
Yeah, because everyone wants to look at them now. Because now they look good. They're not the fucking hulking beasts that they used to be of like ugliness and cow prints on the side if you get a gateway.
Jesus Christ!
Now
The
they're
old
they're
bells.
nice to look at. You put the LEDs in there. You get the the thermometer in there, the thermostat in there, whatever you want to call it.
And I could put like my Elgato or like my subsidiary pieces right down here. There would be
Store all your wires and all that. No one ever has to see any of it.
Yeah.
And then the desk lights up too. So that's
Oh yeah, I enjoy LED. I just want to know if I can control it. If it's that rainbow and if it like scrolls, I could probably have the my keyboard go along with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's controllable. You can probably find that in the information on here.
I would, but I'm not gonna. It's a lot. There's a lot of features this thing has. Let's back it up. Oh man.
And one of the great things is that this company also makes really nice chairs too. So if you got the money and you want to just knock out 2 things at once,
I like the look of this. It's not. It looks boxy, but it doesn't look like it's very elbows to the wall kind of thing. It looks comfortable.
it looks like it's also got some customization where you can probably move the armrest pretty well. You can move the back pretty well to get that nice incline you want. 5-year warranty. Go back up.
Oh, go back. I mean,
no, not that far up. Just back down to the technical specs.
Oh yeah, no, I looked at this.
I just wanted to go across some of this real quick. 5-year warranty. It sits at 29 inches tall. So I mean, if you're a taller person, and maybe get some pegs underneath it. I don't know. But I'm not seeing. Oh wait,
customize your effects.
There you go.
4 custom lighting presets and 7 different colors using the included remote. Okay, so that's all I wanted. But that is pretty.
So, tell the desk. I figured we'd talk about it because
Well, people need desks.
Yeah, nerd shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Now this thing, it's similar to the Nintoaster, but better. Like, does this play? Yeah, it plays as all the handhelds. So, Hyperkin Retro NSQ is an HD gaming console that you can plug up to through HDMI, and you can play Game Boy Color, Game Boy Regular, and Game Boy Advanced games, and just have the ease of access.
And I mean, we're talking on a big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something called the Nintoaster. It is. I'm curious. Does it sell the Nintoaster? Please tell me it does. No. I figured it was a customizable thing. It's probably like on some.
You talking about this thing right here?
Yeah, that thing right there. It looks like a toaster, but it plays NES games.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go back to the other device though.
Okay.
This has been my dream since I was a child, and I know there were things that you could plug into the N64, and I know there was things you could plug into the GameCube, but none of them really worked right. I feel like this thing is probably gonna be one of the best bets. I would buy this, and I would immediately fucking plug Yellow in, and playing it on the big screen with a Super Nintendo controller, because that's essentially what that is.
Yep.
Like, that's a fucking dream. Like that is what I have dreamed about.
Seeing it play Game Boy Advance games, I would probably go back and play. I would find a copy of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. That is one of my favorite games of all time. The soundtrack, even for a 32-bit console in a handheld, it was pretty. The soundtrack was pretty. Everything felt so bubbly, airy. The game was comfortable, long, very long for a handheld game, but
everything I'm saying about the Toaster is that it was a custom project someone was doing.
Okay. So the Angry Video Game Nerd has it, so
Gotcha.
that's the only reason why I was like, it exists.
People made it.
Yeah.
So this is currently sold out, but they are doing. Oh no, this one's in stock. Sorry, the other one's sold out. There's another version of this. This one's currently in stock. This is the one I would go with anyway. So the other one's just black. I feel like this one's color scheme is better.
Black and gold.
Yeah.
I like the black and gold.
Oh, this one's in stock again. It was out of stock when I looked earlier today.
Okay, but I would prefer the black and gold personally.
Yeah, I like the other one. Kind of reminds me of my Game Boy Advance that I had.
Oh, okay. That's the one that the C3, right?
Yeah.
And just because I want to see,
because in the 90s we wanted all of our electronics to look like we were in prison.
Yeah, right. And just because I want to do that right now. God damn.
So the S is available, but the X
through people, and X, of course, is unavailable still.
Um,
Sorry, just doing a quick little look.
It's new information out there. I don't know how legit it is, but from everything I'm seeing, Microsoft is taking a step back on how much they are making off of the games in the Microsoft Store. I think they're dropping it down to 18%, so that more money goes to the developers.
Oh, good.
Like the people that actually worked on the games and stuff.
Good. I'm always down to hear. I mean, Microsoft's making a lot of very good choices to help others out, and I'm like, okay, all right, Microsoft, I see you.
All right, what we got next?
Boop.
So if you check out this person's page, Christina Daly, she actually dropped a bunch of these things, but here's the first one. This is concept art for the new Dragon Age.
I like Dragon Age. I never played Inquisition. I maybe got 5 minutes into Inquisition, but
I still have not finished Origins.
It's a very good game.
I have to restart because I completely forgot everything I was doing, and this is the problem with these games, because the same thing happened with me playing Old Republic, because I don't write anything down,
and then when you get back
to it 6 months later, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? What? Yeah. I don't know what anything is.
There's a couple games that do it, but when you start back up into the game, it says last time on, and then it goes over what you did, and I'm like, oh, I love that. It makes you feel like you remember, but then if it's too long of a time, you're like, did I?
So if you click on her real quick,
Christian Daly.
I thought that was Christina this entire time. Sorry, him. And then there were more posts.
Wow, that was some shade. Oh, okay. I thought it was the whole, but you didn't do anything.
But you didn't do anything.
And I was like, wow.
There you go. There's the
I am always here for more eyes.
Yeah. So there were some fun. I mean, because this game's, we're reaching that point where it's like, if you guys don't start showing us more soon, we're gonna lose interest. And so this was nice to see some of this come out, some of the artwork.
Yeah. And this is my first tweet ever. Okay.
There we go. Here's another one.
Ooh, what is going on with this floaty world? Okay, so this Dragon Age is probably going to be like an aftermath of mythicism.
And a floaty bow.
Yeah.
Camera.
Okay, all right.
There's friend to children. There you go. There's another one. That's some pretty nice stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that might be a two-headed dragon. With multiple tongues.
Blah, 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 blah.
That sounds terrifying.
Blah, blah, blah.
I already hate fighting dragons.
Okay, all right. I'm here for it. I still said got to go through Inquisition, so that's gonna be much later down the line.
They are all currently available through EA All Access, I believe.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck they call it now. all access currently, or was that because it was
play and
was
then
play,
all
now it's all access, right?
and then
or was it all access now it's play? I don't fucking know.
The EA thing of which
the EA
has
thing, which
done
is
a
also
handshake with
is included in Game Pass.
Ah.
All right, Fall Guys. Why are we talking about Fall Guys? Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout has been delayed on the Switch and Xbox, but it's because they're adding more features like crossplay. Metatonic announced the news on a blog update. With so many new opportunities now in hands, we've realized that the previously announced summer 2021 Switch and Xbox release schedule is unfortunately just too soon for us to include all the tasty new features we're working on. The team promises that it'll be worth it, and the delay it will add the features like crossplay. When we add new platforms, players will be able to stumble in harmony with their pals regardless of their platform of choice. In addition, they're continuing to work on the seasonal content, which will release fresh shows, costumes, rounds, and a bunch of other crap. The upcoming Season 4.5 update is part of the plan that will include 2 fiendish new rounds of fall fashion options. Now, I am going to say it's kind of funny. Delay right after they're bought by Epic.
Yeah.
Not saying it's connected.
No, but
it's interesting.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I mean, if you're going to add, crossplay for a game that's, slowly keeping its pace, I'm not mad at it. People like it.
I'm not in a rush to play it. When it comes out, it comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. But
all right. So mid-autumn. This is a new game coming out from it says Team Mid-Autumn, but they've actually done something else already. It's a combination of people. Really quick.
It looks really nice. Very calm, but it gets better.
It's fighting. It's roguelike. It's fighting demons. It's paying rent. It's a little everything. I'm trying to find the people that worked on it.
Spirit World, and then oh, that looks so pretty.
I figured you'd like it. You like roguelike games.
I love roguelike games.
Okay, so this is from the We Are the Caretaker designer Sherveen Udawana and Lion Killer creator CC Zhang. They together have made this, and this game is it's bringing a lot of
notice.
What's the word I'm looking for? Asian influence, which is something that I think is important these days with everything that's going on in the world. So, it's very, very pretty artwork for it, while still kind of having the same feel that the game has, because the game doesn't look like the artwork, but it's got the colors, it's got the feel.
Yeah, and from what I've noticed, tight controls, very beautiful visuals when it comes down to what I assume to be a parry move, because there was a bubble that was heading in your direction, and you pop it back, but it gets a negative color effect. I'm excited for it. It says that the release says early 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, late 2022.
Oh, late 2022.
Ooh.
So Zhang says it's an Asian ethnoburb. It's like this place I've known my entire life, but it's nowhere in the American culture consciousness. These places exist, but you don't know that they exist unless you live in one. I think it's really interesting. I think it's really cool.
I'm down for this. I'm probably gonna put that on my. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna go onto Steam and I'm going to follow it. As soon as it drops, I'll see if I can scrap up the cash to purchase it.
And you'll get to see the character artwork that they're actually doing in dialogue blobs that are really nice. So you get to see that nice character art that they've done. It's not all the more pixely look. I think this one will be fun. I'm kind of excited to see how this one does.
I've just added it to my wish list.
All right. What's next?
Boop. Oh wait. Is there anything else for gaming?
I think on most of my stuff, the movie.
I have something that I forgot to throw up for gaming.
And movie. Yeah, no, all my stuff is movie stuff. That's on mine already.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's an image right down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to pull it up?
Sure, but we have to make sure we credit them.
Okay. Ba-da-ba.
I actually include this in my movie section because of who it was.
Yeah, but
So,
but gaming.
Yeah. If you... No, I don't... My link's not even up there, I don't think.
No, I didn't. It wasn't there.
It was supposed to be there.
That's fine.
All right, go ahead.
But in short, the Dark Dice podcast is going to have a very special guest joining as an elven sorcerer named Balmer. That's motherfucking Jeff Goldblum.
It is there. So it's the one between Lego and IAM. Because that's the actual company.
Oh, really? So, Oh, oops.
No, you're fine.
Oh, this one here.
Yes.
Oh, then I'll just move this over here then. Boop.
There you go. So yeah, Dark Dice. I haven't actually listened to it yet. I've heard of this company's other podcasts, and I just haven't actually sat down to do any of them yet. So
thank you for the follow.
Yes, thank you.
I just love the character art. It screams his... I don't want to say flamboyancy, but that's the best way of putting how Jeff Goldblum is. He is flamboyant without, coming off too strong. He is... I heard he played once, but I don't know how long he played. I don't know if he, has connection to it.
He's got such fun energy. I don't think it even matters.
Yeah, I think
he can sit down and immediately just make this fun.
Have you heard Relics and Rarities when
Kev
did it?
Yeah.
Oh god, it was such a good episode. He was like,
Kev
"What do I roll to
used.
to do this?" And freaking Ann Wall was like, sure, you can do that. He's just like, cool. He was there. He was having so much fun.
So it's Jeff Goldblum will be voicing the Elven Sorcerer Balmer for the second season of the D&D podcast Dark Dice. Balmer will make his debut on May 12th when the next season of the award-winning podcast launches. You'll be featured as one of the 5-player characters in the improvised audio drama.
Good stuff.
And the outcome for this is completely fated on the rolling of the dice. It's not just like, oh, hey, here's a script. Like, if your character doesn't make it because of the dice, your character doesn't make it because of the dice.
Oh. And then, okay, here we go.
Yeah, so Dark Dice is one. So it's Fool and Scholar Productions. Fool and Scholar is the one that did the artwork we were looking at before. They've got these 4 podcasts right here. I hear a lot about the White Vault, but they've got Dark Dice, the White Vault, Vast Horizons, and Liberty. And here are some of the people that work on those things, including a doggo.
Oh, it's a mascot and cheerleader. And they have a website. Oh, let me see. Click. I said click. So I want to see what more about this person. Oh, let's go. You give me a sound design of horror sounds. I don't care. I'll listen to it. I'll pull it up. They're also music writers. Like they're a full-blown production team that wants to ensure their projects do well.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of audio play or actual play or whatever you want to call it when it comes to the podcast and whatnot. And the people that take the time to put in the work that these people do, these are some of my favorites because they put a lot of work into these shows.
I just listened to 3. The third one I'm listening to is a little off the wall, but it's because it's all college humor people.
That would make things off the wall.
Oh yeah. Without spoiling anything, I would like to crawl into the corn monster's ass.
Okay, moving on. So yeah, go ahead and make sure you check out the first season of the show in preparation for when his character debuts in about 10 days, so that you can get the full warmth that is Goldblum.
Yeah. I might actually listen because the word award-winning and podcast, you very seldomly hear those two. So I might dig into the White Vault.
There's podcast awards.
Yeah, I know, but it's just you
just don't
really,
get them.
You don't really. Please, someone.
We have to do better.
And there's more than just that. There's Liberty Critical Research, Liberty Vigilance, and there's there's actual just audio dramas that are already written, but
yeah, and these are
just
premium
voiced
ones, yeah.
And then you have their music production too. Like these guys work super freaking hard. I might be here for the White Vault. I want to know what system they're using, just so that way I'm not completely in the dark.
White Vault, I don't know if that one's one that they're playing.
Oh,
I think that one's just a regular audio drama.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think that one's just an audio drama.
Okay, because
I think Dark Dice is the
actual play.
Yeah, I don't know if the other ones are actual plays. I think it's just Dark Dice.
Oh, okay.
But White Vault has 4 seasons so far, and has had spin-offs and bonus episodes.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll take a lean into it.
So,
Looks like it's. I mean, all of these have their production, and as you said, production means they put their effort into it.
They won a crap ton of awards in 2019 and 2020 for White Vault. They had been winning awards before that, but it's just a mountain of awards for 2019 and 2020 award season.
Okay, then I'm here for it. Boop boop. Ba-da-bup, shoe news. So starting off with mine, Disney. A little bit ago, I had talked about how South Park has their not biodegradable shoes, but like renewable resourced shoes, so that way it makes a carbon neutral literal footprint.
Garbage.
Huh?
I said they're made out of.
They're made out of garbage. These ones. Hey, thanks for the bits. The literal making of these, they're very plain Jane, but on the inside of the shoe they have Little Mermaid quotes / tabs, I'll call that. One is of King Triton, one is of Ariel, one is of Flotsam and Jetsam, and one is of Ursula, and one is of the dog, Max, which was a bit odd of a choice for the dog, but I'm not.
They didn't want Prince Eric.
Yeah, I'm not all in there, I guess. They all have this nice khaki style canvas with a cream color. Would you call that? Yeah, I'd call it a cream color.
Yeah, but the color changes when you get to the sole, and it almost reminds me. It's like just a hair off. If they had added like a little bit green, it becomes that glow in the dark stuff.
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's so close.
Yeah, if they had added that, that'd be kind of cool. But then you have the pure white with the cream, and then you got the leather-ish, like the faux leather with the khaki stripes, and then I don't think I made a mention. These are Adidas. Oh. And then you have like the actual sneaker, and it still kind of gives off this awkward cream color.
Yeah, it's got like the tentacle pox from Ursula's tentacles.
Yeah, like it has the design of such, but a more simplified.
These ones are a little bit more expensive too.
Yeah. 110, 90
for the others.
140 for the Flotsam Jetsams.
Oh, okay.
90 for the King Tritons.
Yeah, because they're like the less material.
And then
ones.
85 for the Ariels, which are the standards.
Nice. Do me a favor. Send me this afterwards.
Okay.
I'm going to send this to someone.
Okay. I will do that when we're on that. I'll leave that up.
Cool.
The other shoe news you have, I found it too, but I didn't
We'll touch on it real quick.
Yeah.
So, if anyone remembers Space Jam, you do, don't lie.
Oh, you fucking know.
If everyone remembers Space Jam, you'll remember that Bill Murray came out in it, ready to be part of the ready to be part of the Toon Squad, and he was wearing some Air Jordans. Well, those Air Jordans are now up for auction. I'm not sure where the auction's being held at. So they're sitting at $15,000. You have to go over to julianslive.com for the auction. They estimate that they're roughly around 5,000, 7,000. Oh, winning bid, $22,400.
And only 2 people bid on it.
Yeah, it came with a DVD too.
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of things that get auctioned off on these sites. So, but yeah, so those shoes have been officially auctioned off. So never mind, you can no longer get them. Sorry.
That's funny. Bill Murray, SC 155 under jerseys. Actor took uniform. Something tells me he gets a lot of those tabs that say actor took uniform or actor took prop.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
You remember all the drama when when it turns out that Ben Affleck wasn't going to get to keep one of the bat suits, and he was just like, that's okay. And Ryan Reynolds was like, yeah, they're going to have to fight me if they want to keep me from taking a Deadpool suit. Like, I'm taking a Deadpool suit. I don't care how much you spend on it. I'm taking a Deadpool suit. Try and stop me.
I'm Ryan fucking Reynolds.
So.
All right. I'm glad that it made... I mean, $22,000 isn't, you know, chump change.
That's good money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to some Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff. We've got the new Captain America figure with Sam. This thing...
It looks amazing.
It's scary how realistic it looks. Like
this is not a mock-up. This is the figure.
It kind of makes me stop and go, did they shrink down Anthony Mackie and put him in this, take the photo?
Yeah, it is 1/6 scale.
Mm-hmm.
And it also features Red
Wing.
Thank you.
And it's got a stand, but I'm pretty sure you can pull it off of that. I just don't know why you would, because I'd be terrified to break it.
Oh god.
You know, if you can just click the arrows over here, right?
Yeah, I'm just I'll do that.
It does look like he can be posed in different positions, and he does have the shield can be connected to the back. Connected to the back of the Falcon suit. It's very, very well done. This is probably one of the best figures I've seen in a long time. I can't believe how much it looks like Anthony. Like, the face is what's really blowing my mind on this.
Yeah. I mean, the freaking filaments, because it's made out of vibranium, because it came from Wakanda.
Well, we assume it's made out of vibranium.
When it gets hit by that rocket, when he does the cover over the person on the bridge, you can't tell me that it's not no cheap material. And it's coming from Wakanda, the #1 proprietor of vibranium. I'm going to believe that it's vibranium.
So, someone pointed something out that I never considered.
What was that?
So, we know that the shield gets... Spoilers. The shield gets broken in Endgame. And it's bullshit. Because it gets broken by that fucking sword. What the fuck is that thing made out of? Thanos breaks the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos also crushes in Vision's head when he's pulling the stone out with his fingers.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming it's because he's wearing the gauntlet, but you realize that he's just destroying vibranium left and right. Like, it's fucking nothing. Like, it's a fucking beer can.
Yes.
What the fuck? I'm
a big man, SpongeBob.
I know,
a big man.
I know that it's the strongest metal on Earth, and so there may be stronger shit out there that he practices punching every day or something. But I don't know. I don't like just seeing him bitch slap vibranium around like it's nothing.
Temper steel enough, it can bend.
It's not steel though. It's vibranium.
Point still stands.
Oh, I like that pose.
That pose is a good pose.
That's really bad for your knees. So this figure is from Sideshow, and it's sitting at a bit of a pricey
$375.
$375.
That's actually not too bad for a good-looking figure.
Yeah. But they do the layaway flex starting at $56.25 a month, and it ships between July and September of 2022. They're currently on pre-order, so you won't actually get this figure until well into next year. But still, if you've got the money and you want this figure, this would be a hell of a one to add to a collection.
Oh yeah. So, I'm curious if they're gonna do a Bucky. Like a Bucky on a motorcycle. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they have a Bucky.
Don't tempt me.
$250.
It looks a little strange.
Oh, this prototype is shown.
Okay.
So this isn't the finished one yet.
I'm glad that they give him his arm, and it looks.
Hey, do you think the arm comes off?
I would hope so. Wait,
did you know she could do that?
Hold on. I'm gonna see if it. Oh, it comes with. Yep, it does come off, because that's a different hand.
Wait, go back. How's that a different hand?
Close hand. Open hand.
I mean, it might come with different hands. It doesn't mean the arm comes off.
I don't know if it's articulation.
I mean, if they were smart, they would put him holding the arm up like, oh crap, you know. Oh, wait, go back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's different hands.
Okay.
Because he's got some that like hold like
yeah, okay.
It's the hands. It's all right. To be fair, I mean, we just recently found out the arm can come off. But that sits at $250 in pre-order, July 2022 and September 22.
So you can get your set together.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, they've got all kinds of cool figures on here.
Yeah. Badoop. I love this man.
George A. Romero, the man of the modern zombie. The man that also hated fast zombies, just to be clear.
Yeah, the true zombies.
So we all know him as the guy that came up with Dawn of the Dead, guy that went on to do... Night of the Living Dead. Went on to do Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Journal of the Dead, Survival of the Dead, all kinds of Dead films, as well as End of the Dead, as well as other films as well. He did the original Crazies, I do believe. And he's the inspiration behind Shaun of the Dead. And in fact, he loved Shaun of the Dead so much that he put them in his movie Land of the Dead. But sadly, he passed away back in 2017 at the age of 77 from lung cancer. And if you ever saw that man smoke, you fully understand that. But his widow, Suzanne Romero, has decided to finish his film franchise because he was working on a new movie called Twilight of the Dead, which plays into the dawn, night, day, all of that. His new movie that he was working on, and he didn't get to finish the project, sadly. But she's picked it up. She says it's based on the project that her husband was developing before his death, and she worked with a team of 3 screenwriters to prepare it before meeting with directors for the project. That comes from the Hollywood Reporter. This is the film he wanted to make. And while someone else will carry the torch as director, it is very much a George A. Romero film. Before his death, he was working on the script of Twilight of the Dead with Paulo Zalotti, a final chapter intended to be his final stamp on the zombie genre. She gave permission to Zalotti to continue developing the script and worked with screenwriters Joe Knitter and Robert L. Lucas. She says, I gave Zalotti my full blessing as long as I could be there every step of the way for it to remain true to George's vision. We had a solid treatment and the beginning of the script. I can 100% say that George would be incredibly happy to see this continue. It is no secret that Diary and Survival were not the way he envisioned the series ending, and George knew it very well. Twilight of the Dead was his goodbye to the genre he created and wanted to go out with a powerful film.
Okay.
I'm very excited to see this. I had heard rumors about an unfinished film. I don't know if this is the same one, but at one point I had heard rumors of an unfinished film that was supposed to be Zombies Meet Mad Max. I don't know that that's what this is, but I will be happy with whatever it is as long as it actually is George's vision. He was also working on a book that he didn't get to finish that luckily another author did pick up and finish, and I got pretty far into that book and enjoyed it. I just haven't finished the book yet.
I mean, Mad Max with zombies, I'm not too mad at that idea. No.
I don't know that that's what Twilight is, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Movie trailer.
Yeah, we'll just talk on. You want to hit this trailer and the other two at the same time?
Yeah,
and
sure.
Then we'll wrap up the other stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Misfits, with Pierce Brosnan doing a adventure action robbery. Yeah.
Heist film.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is like an interesting thing. And then you see Nick Cannon, which you haven't seen him for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad to see him coming out and doing stuff. It looks like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, he seems to be a bubbly character in this film. I'm here for it. It's a gold heist. I love heist movies. I have no problem with this one. But I don't... Compared to the other trailer we're about to talk about, I feel like this one was kind of a little drawn back.
Yeah, so they're very different trailers. They're very different films. The only reason why I'm talking about them together is because it's 2 new trailers.
Yes.
My issue with this one is the trailer felt like it dragged at only 14 seconds longer than the other trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There was something about this trailer that dragged, and it definitely wasn't the people. It definitely wasn't the scenes. I feel like maybe it was the way it was cut.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see another trailer for this one. The other one that we're about to watch, there's a red band version of it, but they're pretty much the same.
Yeah. Which is Wrath of Man.
Yeah.
Which...
a new Guy Ritchie film.
Okay, I love Guy Ritchie films. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I have enjoyed a lot of Guy Ritchie films. I think there's maybe 2 movies that I'm not a big fan of, but I'll watch them. Snatch is a movie I constantly reference. I think we literally did it last week.
Probably. Really quick before we get too far from it.
Eggs?
You like dogs?
Dogs.
Oh, dogs. Yes, dogs. Misfits is set for a June 11th release.
Oh, yeah. That's very recent. And this one's set for release in 5 days.
Yeah, this one suddenly was, hey, there's a movie coming out. And it's like, oh, shit, there's a movie coming out.
Oh, shit, there's a movie coming out.
But basically, he's the guy who's going to get revenge because his son died. And the way he's going to get revenge is becoming like the best guard of a...
Guard?
Yeah, he's like the best armored truck guard.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the other side. The other one's about the people stealing gold. This one's about the guy stopping them from stealing money.
Yeah. He's like the very first scene you see him is him getting kind of like, I don't want to say hazed, but warned about, hey, this job could be just bad. Just do what you're told.
Yeah.
You might make it out with your life. It's like, oh, it's that bad. Okay. All right. Let's just, get this over with. And as soon as they get pulled over and he's just like, oh, okay, here's your money. Pow, 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 pow. And it's very fast paced. It's very Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, headshots all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Post Malone's in it.
Post Malone. Well,
He doesn't look like he makes it very long, but he's in it.
Sucks that they did spoil that, but yes.
I mean, maybe he doesn't actually. Maybe he shoots next to his head to scare him or something. We don't know.
We don't know. Hopefully.
They could have spliced two scenes together. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
This is probably one of the first ones I see when I go back to theaters.
Yes, I would if I had what you had, the Wriggle Unlimited. Yeah, I would probably want to see this one. This one and
Nobody.
Huh? Oh, Nobody. Oh God, there would be 3 movies I would see then.
What was the other one?
Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
It's out in theaters.
Yeah.
I had a customer run through wearing Tanjiro's jacket, and I was just like, oh, you guys probably saw the movie, didn't you? And they were like, huh? And I was like, oh, how was it? And they were like, sad ending. That's all I can say. And I was like, okay.
So Demon Slayer is showing out here, but Regal's only doing 1 showing per day.
Yeah, it's very limited.
AMC's doing 5.
Yeah, it's very limited. I think maybe, what was it, 2 theaters total?
Yeah, but to be fair, there's only 1 Regal open right now.
I know. So. But I would love to see it before it gets pulled, because I don't know where it's going to go, if it goes anywhere.
It'll go on some kind of streaming service, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, didn't Funimation absorb Crunchyroll? So it'll probably hit Funimation at least for physical purchase, if not digital release.
I mean, if that's the case, then HBO Max should be getting a lot more of Crunchyroll.
Maybe it was HBO Max that somebody bought Crunchyroll. I don't remember.
Okay, but even still, HBO Max is slowly pulling over, very, very slowly pulling over things that were on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, but they have all Studio Ghibli, so
yeah. Oh yeah, you have better. Well, Bungo Stray Dogs is pretty good. Rurouni Kenshin's pretty good. Pick and choose.
And our last 2 things. So, May the 4th is 2 days away. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you as well.
And beware of the Revenge of the 5th. But for that, we are getting a special event from Lego and the Ultimate Lego Star Wars event. It'll be starting, but in the meantime, there is a new Darth Vader helmet display. That's $70. There's Stormtrooper or Scout Trooper helmet display. And there's the already existing displays, but the Scout Trooper's only $50. There's also more. If you scroll down further, boom, we got the new capture the new Imperial probe droid, which comes with the little fact display, which I absolutely love. I love that they have those little displays for them now. That one's for $60. Let's see. Yep, the free Tatooine homestead when you make a purchase of $85 or more.
Okay.
Which is just one of like the miniatures. It's basically a very small version of the Sandcrawler and of Uncle Owen's house. We've had the child out for a bit now, Skywalker's X-Wing, but it's a hell of an event. All kinds of good stuff and all kinds of art. Like a lot of these Lego things in here are they're more art than they are just Lego sets. So
and there's like, even though they are blocky and otherwise, they are slowly becoming like less jagged edges and more soft rounded edges. Like you got these rounded edges here on the front, so that way it's not like points.
So they're getting cool with it. They're making more unique pieces for these sets. I was watching a TikTok the other day though where a guy made a circle with Legos. It blew my fucking mind.
What?
Yeah, he put the Legos together. Was actually able to make a circle, like multiple circles actually, because he made his like channel's logo, which is a bunch of circles crossing over each other.
Love is like a circle.
Yeah. The other Lego thing.
Is it sad I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry?
Yeah, I enjoyed parts of it.
Okay.
The other Lego thing.
There we go.
Okay, we accept. Is the new Carnage display.
This one looks a little weird.
There's also a new Venom one as well. If you scroll down, you'll see the Venom one. But the Carnage one's not out yet. It comes out on the 13th.
Okay.
There's the Venom.
Venom one looks a little bit better.
The Venom's available now. It's at $60. I like the tongue coming out. The tongue coming out's fun.
Yeah, turn coming out's a little fun. You got Iron Man
Yeah,
already.
they've had Iron Man for a bit. I like the Marvel Studio Iron Man. There's also the Darth Maul one where they're like the paintings,
portraits.
Yeah, the portraits. So very nice.
I can mess with all of this.
But they're doing double VIP points from 5/1 to 5/31 on the Venom set as well as a bunch of the other sets. I'm a VIP member. Get those points. Get some fun shit. Also,
you can use points on like more Legos, or is it like specific stuff?
Well, you get things at certain points. Like they gave me a keychain for my first purchase.
Oh, that's right. You signed up for it when we were out in California.
Yeah. And then I do believe you get like discounts or like points you get to apply towards discounts, something like that. But also, if you're buying online, make sure you're using the Honey app because I know that they're giving a bunch of reward shit for this as well.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Yeah.
All right.
Monthly promotions, specials for VIPs, member-only gifts, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the news today, guys.
That is the news today.
Sorry about my scratchy voice. Hopefully next week I will be better.
And hopefully my brain will work a little bit better, but
oh, come on. Don't make promises you can't.
I can't.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe, like, follow, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a friend of me.
Tell a friend of me.
And just get the word out there about us.
My chin is cold.
Yeah, you shaved. Yeah, you came walking out. I was like, oh, you got a haircut and you shaved. And also make sure to check out Geek Grind Coffee or Humble Bundle Partner. Either one of those to both support really good companies and support this channel.
And charities.
And charities, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.